Well, my name is Binela, Arian. I am a therapist. I was an accountant before, in my previous life, I could say it that way. And after a long time, over 20 years in the corporate world, I made a complete shift in that field. And this has actually been my passion for a very long time. It's just that for some reason life had brought me in that other direction, but which helps me a lot today because I have a lot of clients in the corporate world, people with issues that they may encounter at work. So it does give me a different perspective. So basically today, since 2019, I have started to train myself and also start working into that field. So it's a total change.
Wow, that's amazing how you made that shift. Very different fields. And Absolutely. What do you do as a therapist from your day-to-day job? What do you do?
Well, maybe I should introduce you to the kind of therapy work that I do.
Yeah, definitely.
So I call it therapist because it's like an umbrella for different things that I work with. Right. And I've actually I've named the work that I do integrative systemic therapy. Integrative because it integrates those different techniques, the integrated techniques. So I have, most of the work is psychotherapy work. So psychotherapy work is a lot about talk therapy. Talk therapy, and what we do is I help identify, change, and help people manage their difficulties. So it can be kids, it can be young adults, it can be even so up to there's no age limit basically. Right. So I don't go like infants, but as long as there's understanding type of where we can communicate and all that, this is where I'm good at. So that psychotherapy works. I have also added to it the hypnotherapy. So I'm a certified hypnotherapist from the Institute of France in Paris. So IFHE in Paris. And I've also integrated to my technique the energy therapy. Wow. Because I look at the person as not one aspect. Like we are multifaceted, multidimensional. So we have the body, we have the mind, we have the soul. We can't go about it. We can discuss for a long time. I don't think it's arguable because we are made up of all those different aspects. So to me, looking just at the mind is fine, but it's not enough. So I look at all those aspects, and this is where the success of the therapy comes in. So the hypnotherapy, the psychotherapy, of course, and then the energy therapy. So helping people go through their emotions, their thoughts, their behaviors, sometimes diseases. To me, disease is a dis-ease, like you're not at ease within yourself. And I think whether you are an adolescent or an adult, this is something that we deal with every day. So this is basically what englobes my therapy. And the objective of the therapy is to balance, reconnect, and reignite. That's the three key words. Because balance, obviously, if we are not well within ourselves, we are in a dis-ease type of situation, then we won't be balanced. So the emotions won't be balanced. Maybe we'll have like a headache or panic attack, stress, whatever it is, right? So we will be into that state. So balance is very important. And of course, we have to work with the energy as well, because thought is energy, emotion is energy, right? And reconnect is bringing that person together. Today in the technological world, what's happening is like our mind is here and then our body is there. like we're kind of dissociated into ourselves. So it's important to reconnect the person, like all the different aspects. And this is how we can be that fire, reigniting. It doesn't mean that the fire is not there. It just means that it has to come back to life. And this is when we get to our full potential.
Wow.
So in a nutshell, this is, in a way, how I can describe the work.
It's quite a few different things. They're very interesting what you're doing. And could you tell us a bit about your shift from the corporate world to therapy?
Okay, so I was an accountant. So I have been working in Mauritius, and then I've lived in Canada for almost 12, 13 years.
Wow.
And I have basically learned the skills, the study from there in Vancouver and in Montreal. So, and I've worked there as well. And then at some point, I guess it was, how am I going to call it? Just reassessing, like who I am, like what is it that is it really something that I want to continue into my life? So I really like to share that with also my clients, because a lot of, whether they are young people or adults, they are scared to go and do something different. Oh, I have chosen this already at school, and then I don't know what to do now, but I don't like this. Or I'm not quite at ease with it. And even someone who has done a career. And it doesn't mean that we have to stop into one space and then kind of die with that kind of profession. We have that ability to change, but it takes courage, and of course it takes planning to do that. So for me, it was like that. So it came from an introspection of the self, of myself, to know what do I really want, and coming also from like that dis-ease kind of place where I was not feeling fully accomplished, even though the financially, it was rewarding, and then I was going up into different levels in accounting, but I was looking for more. I guess for me, what is more rewarding today is when I see changes in people, the change in people. I see transformation. And I guess coming from a screen, analyzing figures on a screen paper, I'm dealing like with people, with life. And seeing that transformation is what passionates me, because I can share also. It's also an experience that I have lived myself. It's not just, like not coming from one school of business to this kind of school. It's not like that. It was more like an experimental thing for me. And in life, I have gone through therapy, and I have gone through a lot of transformation. So it was just natural for me to go into that direction and then share it.